Siminalayi Fubara is a mistake. He is a mistake. Rivers State has never had it this bad.
Don't allow anybody to deceive you. They can come to the media and dance. When they go behind, they cry. It is the truth. We don't know how to dance. We say it the way it is and stand tall.
Trying to remove him again. January 8, 2026, Rivers State House of Assembly just launched their third attempt to impeach Governor Fubara. But there is what the mainstream media won't tell you. This isn't about misconduct. This is about a former governor who refused to let go of power, a rubber-stamped legislature doing his bidding, and a democracy being strangled in broad daylight. Let me show you the receipts. What happened in January 8? 26 out of 32 House of Assembly members signed impeachment papers against Fubara. Sound democratic, right? Wrong. Here is the controversial truth. Fact 1. Every single one of these 26 members were handpicked and funded by Nyesom Wike during his time as governor. They don't represent the people, they represent Wike political empire. Fact 2. They accused Fubara of demolishing the assembly complex, but failed to mention it was set on fire during the first impeachment attempt in 2023. Extra budgetary spending, while they themselves approved budgets that mysteriously benefited Wike's associate, withholding assembly funds after they tried to impeach him 3 times, not presenting the 2026 budget to an assembly that has been trying to remove him for 15 months. Fact 3. This is the third attempt. October 2023 failed. March 2025 failed, led to a state of emergency. January 2026, we are here now. Ask yourself, if these charges were legitimate, why did the first 2 attempts fail? Why does President Tinubu keep intervening? Why won't they let this man govern? Let's talk about Nyesom Wike, the uncomfortable truth. Wike ruled Rivers State like a political phantom for 8 years. He handpicked Fubara, a quiet accountant, thinking he'd be a puppet. But Fubara made one fatal mistake. He tried to be an actual governor. Wike power play controls 26 of 32 assembly members, still dictates who gets contract in Rivers State, uses his position as FCT minister to pressure Fubara, has openly stated on multiple occasions that Rivers State is my political structure. The most controversial part is Wike is currently serving as a federal minister under President Tinubu, while simultaneously destabilizing his own state. Think about that. A federal minister paid by the Nigerian taxpayers is actually working to remove a sitting governor. Where does this happen? What Wike really wants: control Rivers State's massive oil revenue, control over political appointment and contracts, to use Rivers State as his political base for 2027 ambition, complete loyalty from Fubara or his removal. December 31st, 2025, Wike publicly accused Fubara of violating their peace agreement. What peace agreement? One that was forced on Fubara by President Tinubu. Imagine being forced to sign a deal that someone trying to remove you from office, then being accused of violating it. Let us expose this legislature. Controversy 1. Are they even legitimate? In May 2024, there were serious questions about whether some of these lawmakers had properly deflected from PDP to APC under Nigerian law. Defection can lead to loss of seat, yet they are still sitting there signing impeachment papers. Controversy 2. The numbers game. They claim 26 signatures, 81% of assembly, but multiple sources reported that only about 11 members regularly attend plenary. Where were the other 15 when this was signed? Were all signatures obtained voluntarily or under pressure? Controversy 3. The demolished assembly complex. They accuse Fubara of demolishing the complex. Here's what they won't tell you. The complex was set on fire during political violence in 2023. The structures were damaged and unsafe. Fubara demolished it for public safety. The assembly has been provided alternative chamber but refused to use them, claiming only the old site is legitimate. Ask this question: why would lawmakers prefer to meet in a dangerous bond structure unless they are trying to create a crisis? Controversy 4. Financial autonomy lies. They accuse Fubara of withholding funds, but there is a flip side. The Supreme Court ruled that state legislatures should have financial autonomy. But this same assembly has been trying to impeach the governor for 15 months. Would you release funds to people actively trying to remove you from office? The assembly claims they need money to function, yet they function perfectly well when it comes to impeachment proceeding. This is where it really gets interesting. President Tinubu has intervened twice. First in October 2023, brokered a peace deal. Second in March 2025, declared a state of emergency, suspended everyone for 6 months. The uncomfortable question: why does the president keep saving Fubara if the charges are legitimate? If Fubara is truly guilty of gross misconduct, why intervene? Why is Wike still in Tinubu's cabinet? The FCT minister is openly destabilizing the state, creating governance crisis, and the president does nothing about it. What is the real deal between Tinubu and Wike? Remember, Wike, a PDP governor, was one of the few southern governors who support APC Tinubu during the 2023 election. What was promised? Tinubu needs Wike political structure in the South-South. Wike needs federal protection for his Rivers State operation. Fubara is caught in the middle. Rivers State residents are the biggest losers. Some political analysts believe Tinubu wants this crisis to continue because it keeps both Wike and Fubara dependent on him for 2027. A stable Rivers State might mean an independent political bloc he cannot control. Let's be honest about Fubara. Number one, he trusted Wike, believed he could govern independently while keeping peace with his godfather. Weak political structure, came into office with no independent political base, allowed the first impeachment attempt to escalate instead of crushing it politically. In December 2025, Fubara left PDP to join APC, thinking it would give him Tinubu full protection. It didn't work. The impeachment came weeks later. Demolished the assembly quarters, withheld assembly funds, created parallel local government structures, conducted local government elections that the assembly-backed candidates boycotted. But here is the other side. What else could he do? When a godfather control your legislature, control your party structure, and has federal backing, what options do you have? Fubara's desperate move might actually be survival tactics. The tragic irony: Fubara joined APC to get protection from Tinubu, but Wike is also in APC and closer to Tinubu. So Fubara abandoned his party for nothing. But then let's not forget that the APC governors has come out to put their weight and support towards Tinubu, rather towards Fubara, stating that he has a real claim to the power in Rivers State. Now, what really happened? If Fubara is removed, Nyesom Wike becomes governor acting. Wike effectively controls Rivers State again. Governance continues to be chaotic. Fresh election possible, which Wike's candidate would likely win. Scenario 2, Tinubu intervenes again, another state of emergency, or a new peace deal, which won't work just like the last two. Kicks the can down the road. Crisis continue until 2027. Scenario 3, court blocks the impeachment. Fubara goes to court likely, gets injunction stopping the process. Legal battle drags on for months, years. Governance remains paralyzed. Scenario 4, Fubara resigns. Save face, live on his own terms. Negotiate a soft landing. Wike install his perfect candidate. Crisis end, but democracy loses. The likely outcome: a messy combination of scenario 1 and 2, partial removal, federal intervention, prolonged battles, and continued chaos. The uncomfortable truth is that for Wike supporters, your godfather is destroying the state for personal ego. He's a federal minister who should be focused on Abuja, not settling scores in Port Harcourt. For Fubara supporters, your governor was politically naive. He should have known you cannot fight your godfather without your own structure. He came to a gunfight with prayers. For Tinubu supporters, our president is playing both sides. He cannot keep intervening every 6 months. Pick a side or let democracy work. For Rivers people, we are the biggest losers. Why these politicians fight? Our school needs teachers. Our hospital needs equipment. Our road needs fixing. Our tax money is funding political warfare. For Nigerians, this is what happens when godfatherism is stronger than democracy. Rivers today, your state tomorrow. So here is the real question. Is this about Governor Fubara's misconduct, or this about a former governor who can't let go of power? Are we watching democracy at work, Or are we watching democracy being murdered in slow motion? 26 lawmakers signed that impeachment notice, but billions of Rivers State residents voted for Fubara, whose voice matters in a democracy. Drop your honest opinion in the comment section for Team Wike or Team Fubara, or are you Team both? Should focus, or are you saying that both should focus on governance? Like this video if you want more uncomfortable truth about Nigerian politics. Subscribe if you are tired of mainstream political propaganda. Share if you believe democracy matters more than godfatherism. The fight for Rivers State continues, and we'll be here to give you the real story. Don't forget, I'm going to play a video for you to see what a political analyst and the Rivers son has to say about Wike and his move in electing people, which turned out to be failure according to him. Thank you.
This man went to bring Alimodu Sheriff as national chairman of PDP. A few months later, he realized he had made a mistake. This same man went to bring his own brother and friend, his own Rivers brother and friend, Uche Secondus, as national chairman of PDP. A few months later, he realized he had made another mistake. This same man went to bring Iyocha Ayu as chairman of PDP again. A few months later, he realized he had made another mistake. This same man, we were on our own. He went and recognized Celestine Omeya as former governor of Rivers State. Paid the man pension, giving him some benefits that former governors are due. A few months later, this man came and said that he had made a mistake. In fact, Celestine should return everything that they gave to him. We are still on our own. This man went to bring Nyesom Fubara as governor of Rivers State. No complain, no fight him. Fubara don't become governor. This man now came again and told us that it was a mistake. Honorable Minister, are you sure you are not going to make another mistake?